Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Well, good morning and welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the show. It's Albert. Morning, Albert.
Morning, mate. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. Looking forward to this. Give the team and give your thoughts.
Well, it's not up yet. I had it up. It's not up yet. It's not there yet.
One job.
I know.
Right, here we go. I'll get it and I'll get it in formation.
Oh, I've got it.
Right, carry on.
Right, formation. I've been to HR and I've been instructed. This is the last shot I get. If I don't get information, I'm not to date again. Here we go. Butland, defence. Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic. Midfield, Lundstrom, Dowell, Cantwell. Up front, Silva, Seema and Dessers. On the bench, McCorry, Lawrence, Matondo, Sterling, Roof, Balogun, King, Raskin and McCausland.
I don't think that's what he was quite looking for, mate. I'm sorry to say. I think what he was looking for was Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic, Lundstrom and Dowell with Silva, Seema with Cantwell in the middle and Dessers up top. Sorry, mate, but
it's too complicated for me. That's way too complicated for me, mate.
All right. I suppose the talk will be Barisic and Dowell coming in and Seema starting, mate. The three things. Over to you.
It definitely will be, but overall it looks a right attacking team to me. I think we're going for this today. I don't think there's going to be any messing about today. It's straight to the throat, and why not? Time for caution and time for being careful and cagey and all that. I've gone at this time of the season. This is just a shootout now. It's was it 7-8 games shootout for us, 5 game for everybody else. 7 game, isn't it? It's 7 game. So it's time to go for it.
Funny that, isn't it? We've got 7 games to go and everybody else has got 5. Quite strange, isn't
it? Or not, as the case may be, you know what I mean? But it's one of the things, mate. It's as I say, I think it's an attacking lineup and a strong bench as well. So time to go for it, mate. It's just go for it. Don't hold back. None of this, we don't want to lose a goal nonsense. Just go for it and let's see what it takes us. Because as far as I'm concerned, if we let loose with this team and the players that will go, we get an hour. I think they're all reasonably up with fitness now. Well, they should be anyway. Let's go for this and let them loose. Because we know they can play. We know we can play. The debacle last weekend of the first half is no Rangers. Second half is Rangers. The first half wasn't it? As far as I'm concerned, the day's the day to start it. And blast for the title.
Would you make a Barisic coming back in?
I don't like it, mate, to be honest with you, but there you go. That's what it is. It is what it is, isn't it? Sterling is on the bench, so I think he's looked at it and went, might want to bring Sterling on later on in the middle of that park. So I don't want to start pulling him out of position and get away with it. So Barisic has got his part to play. He's getting paid, so he better show up this today. As Colston, as Tavernier, as Suter, they all better show up today. None of that nonsense they displayed last week. He's not my favourite player, mate. I can't really get an objective view on that, because I never did particularly like him, even at the height of his powers. I just see the boy as a coward. You know what I mean? That's what I see him. He's just, as soon as the going gets tough, he buggers off. He collapses. He's the only one, by the way. Sorry,
it just shows how much bad luck we've had this season. I know every team gets injury, but we get a guy who's playing really well for us, gets called up at the last moment for the international team, gets plunged right into the team considering he was called up late and he gets injured. Yeah.
I mean, Seamer's the same. Didn't even play a game. Didn't even get a minute on the park. And he's injured. Long-term injury, you know what I mean? Red One, we don't know about. But they're Diamond, you know. He's got a hand injury.
A thumb injury,
We just we wake up crazy ways we lose goals. We invent different crazy ways to lose goals and also injuries. We invent and get crazy injuries, know what I mean?
We must have every part of the body, mate, for the toe to the head this year in the horn. It's not part of the body.
We've had smashed skulls and everything. No, I mean, it's nuts. It's totally nuts.
I think that's the only place we've known their injury.
Aye, well, we did nearly the smashed napper, didn't we?
Aye. Right, give us a team and then we'll get the phone lines open, mate.
The team is Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic, Lundstrom and Dowell in the midfield, backed up by Cantwell, Silver and Seamer, and Dessers up front.
Yes. Subs?
Substitutes are McCausland, Lawrence, Atondo, Sterling, Roof, Balogun, King, Raskin, McCausland. Oh, there's Roof.
Yeah, Roof on the bench. What do you make of Dowell starting? I never seen it. As I said during the week, I didn't think he'd been in the squad. And then he started, he done all right for the sort of half an hour he was on. And now he's starting again. Hopefully, form, fitness and everything at the right time of the season.
Well, so if you've been listening, which we all do intently, to what the gaffer's been saying for the last couple of weeks at least, he's hinted on Dowell's been doing really well. And he's unfortunate he's not getting onto the bench or getting into the team. But surprised to see him myself. First of all, on the bench last week, and then he got on the part was quite a surprise. But he's seeing him every day, as we keep saying it. And you go with his judgment, and if he's saying he's ready, well, he's ready. That's the end to it. But I like Dowell. I think Dowell's a player. I don't think he's found his position yet, mate. But he's a player. He's definitely a player. And he's already scored this year as well.
Aye.
I
will say this. I mean, he started pre-season. He was okay, but we've not seen enough of him to judge if he's going to cut the mustard base. But he has shown flashes. And what I'll say is, due to fitness or injuries, whatever you want to dress it up as, we don't know if he's going to cut the mustard. But hopefully the manager sees something, gets it right, and we've got a guy who's going to improve our team, Paul Bear.
That's where I see him. I'm not going to build them up. I'll tell you the reason I'm not going to build them up. Last week I built up 7 players and they all fell flat in their face. I built up Butland. He let the third goal and he saved us as well and let the third goal. Then I built up Golson. He fell apart. I built up Lawrence, who's going to be a big influence in the game, disappeared. Never seen or heard of. And I built up Silver, who's play. I said Silver's a big part. I accept that him to come on and score and blah blah, and he fell apart. So no more building up players. I'm putting a curse on him if I'm building him up, mate. So Dowell, he'll come into the team and he's a good player. They are good players. They all need to prove it now. This is it, mate. This is the time now. This is a go ourselves right in the position we want to be in. There isn't any if, buts or maybes about it, mate. We're in this position that we want to be in. We put ourselves there with great performances, great results. So do kick on and finish the job.
Aye. Come and join us. 0141 356 1972. Give your thoughts on the team. Are you happy? Are you surprised? I mean, I'm maybe surprised that Barisic has appeared at left back. I think naturally it gives you more balance because Sterling's right-footed. So I get that. I understand that. And obviously I think Sterling's going to have a part to play in the running. Whatever that is, I don't know. But we'll wait and see how it goes today. And we'll get an expensive, if you like, front four, aren't we?
Aye. Seamer, Silver, Cantwell. Or Seamer, Silver and Dessers.
Cantwell and Dessers. I mean, we've paid a few quid for Dessers. Seamer and Silver have came on loan for clubs that have paid a few quid, and obviously Cantwell's got a reputation. You know, it's an expensive front line, so you're expecting them to cut the mustard today, yeah?
Aye, it looks a right attacking midfield as well, doesn't it? It really does a lot of attacking team. Yeah. Good. That's what I say. Good. I mean, Ross County out boasting that they could beat any team. I think it's a bit rich. I think we would even struggle to beat Man City. You know what I mean? Come on, behave yourself. Any team. But that's what they're saying. We can beat anybody. Right, okay. I could pin that up on this extra and say, right, is that right? So I'll be letting the boys know, look, they're up for us. So we need to be up and beyond this. We don't get caught cold again.
Well, they're up for it because if they win any games, it looks as if they're only just behind St Johnstone, you know.
Aye, and at Dundee, they've made it into the top 6. So they're in there.
Aye,
So
Hibs did, mate. Supposed to go in the 93rd minute, last minute, and they would have been, they'd have been cheering us on Wednesday night, which was a bit bizarre.
Believe it or not, Dundee actually making it helps us. Because if we had to go and visit another ground for the third time, you know what ground we were going to. Know what I mean? The supercomputer would have matched us up to Kilmarnock again, down at Kilmarnock. And that was an odds-on certainty, mate. But it doesn't work out that way. I think I heard it's 19 and 19. So with Dundee getting in there, it's perfect. It's actually perfect now. So we play 3 away, 2 at home. The 3 I think we're going to play away is Celtic, Hearts, and St Mirren. And at home, Dundee and Kilmarnock. So that's the way I see it working out. I don't know what you're saying.
So that means we'll go to St Mirren 3 times this season?
No, we've only been to doing the Love Street once, have we not?
No, I've been twice. Stephen Davis was the manager, and then Dessers scored the goal, the winner. And I went, yeah. So we've been there twice already, mate.
Well, there goes my theory.
Aye, but you might be right. But it still might be Kilmarnock, mate.
By the way, if there's a chance of being Kilmarnock, it's going to be Kilmarnock, isn't it? It's a certainty, mate.
Therein lies the problem with the split, mate. But that's a whole different debate for a different show, mate. Yeah. So you can play somebody, you can go to somebody for the 3rd time, yeah, which doesn't make sense.
Well, that's to the powers that be. You know what I mean, because it gives them a degree of control of what's happening. For whatever reason they want that control, know what I mean? For football reasons is not it doesn't come into it, mate. Fairness doesn't come into it. So that's just forget about that nonsense. That doesn't exist. Anyway, back to today.
Yep, so we've got a team of Butland, Tavernier, Golson, Suter, Barisic, Lundstrom, Dowell, with Silver. I would think he'll play on the right like he did last week. Seema on the right, Silver on the left, Cantwell in between them, in front of Dowell and Lundstrom, and then Dessers up top. That's the way I see us setting up, Albert.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And a wee thing on Silver as well, man. We gave him it hard last week, and rightly so for that diving about. But let's get something clear. The boy isn't a cheat. He was getting fouled the times he was diving about once he was down. I'm not having that Sutton coming out and calling the boy a cheat, and then doubling down when he finds out, oh, it was a penalty. Oh, but I'll double down it anyway. He's a cheat. He's not going away with that one. The boy's no a cheat. He was getting fouled all the times he had the desk.
We've not seen anybody posting Hatate's dive for yesterday that I was sent, mate. Yeah.
Who dived?
Hatate.
What did he?
No, I'll see if somebody can get it and put it on my social media, mate. It's frightening. Yeah.
Nobody's called it out.
No, heard anything. I've not seen the media. I've not seen it mentioned, mate. Frightening.
Just to be fair to Silver, no, I mean I don't like the throwing yourself about like that. Aye, big lassie stuff. Don't like that. But he was getting fouled every time he got fouled, man. So the word foul is just don't throw yourself about like a big lassie. So and somebody needs to have a word with him on that. But I'm not saying he's a cheat or anything like that. He's definitely getting fouled when he's hitting the deck.
Aye.
Anyway.
Aye, so we've got a big part to play, and obviously with Seema and Silver there, we've got a bit of height up front, which is unusual for us, Albert.
Aye, well, let's hope we use it. Let's hope we use it right. You know what I mean, especially free kicks and corner kicks. That's a bit unusual, I tell you. Who's good in the air? The only one really I see really good in the air is Big Seema. I don't see Silver Dessers particularly good. I don't see Lindstrom's particularly good in the air either. Suter. He's all right. Golson, no. Tav. Depends. Tav can be good in there. That's why I don't understand why he's taking the corner kicks. If he's good in the air, he should be in the box, you know, or outside the edge of the box. He's good in the air, they can take a shot. So why is he taking the corner kick? Anyway, that's just my theory on it, mate. I'm primary school thoughts over these things right now.
No, it's a simple game, mate. For simple people like ourselves, mate.
Mm-hmm. So they've definitely Barisic is 6'2", not particularly good in there either, you know, but he is, was he 6 foot 2, Barisic? He's only 6 foot, but aye.
I'm going to be honest with you, I think Ridvan will win where he does in Barisic.
The wee man's timing's superb, absolutely superb. He does get up there. I'm not saying he's brilliant there by any stretch of the imagination, but he does. He wins his fair share. Put it that way, across field passes. You know what I mean? In the air. Would you put him on somebody a corner kick? Of course you wouldn't. That's just madness. But I agree with you. I think he would win there. He does in Barisic in the overall game.
Mm-hmm. All right, listen. If you don't mind getting yourself on mute, we're going to hear from one of our main players, John Lundstrom. So let's hear from Big John.
John, what sort of challenge are you expecting from Ross County today?
Yeah, it's tough one. All the away games in the league are tough games, and everyone's up for it when they play us. So now it's going to be a tough test for us, but it's one we've got to overcome. It's coming thick and fast now, the finish line. So now looking to get over the line. How's your preparation been this week? Obviously the disappointment of the game getting cancelled, but how's that impacted yourself? No, not at all. No impact at all, really. It just happens, isn't it? You've got to take it in your stride, and up and down the country has been eventful. But no, listen, it hasn't impacted us at all. We just crack on with our stuff. Yeah, 4 changes to the Rangers team today, and Kieran Dowell and Todd Cantwell come into the midfield. How does that impact perhaps the way you play today? Quite dissimilar. The manager likes me to be the one who sits a little bit deeper, and whoever's playing with me usually is the one who gets a little bit forward more. So not much difference. Kieran's an attacking player anyway, so that probably balance will be fine. But changes, freshen it up a little bit and see what we can do. What does that say about the squad just now? The fact the manager has got good options just now. The squad's in a good place. Yeah, and the injury scene's getting better and better all the time. So still obviously a couple of big players out for us in the long-term injuries, but throughout the season we've managed to get a few players back, and it's good that we've got a squad there where we can rotate and quality, and the quality doesn't drop. So no, all good. Yeah, one player back in the attacking areas today is Abdallah Sima. Great to see him back in the starting 11. Yeah, he was massive for us at the start of the season, so seeing him back is going to be a huge boost for us going forward. So, we can get him fired again like he was, then it's going to stand us in good stead.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye. And by the way, before we go into John's incident, we must be the only team with our technical team up to pass a fitness test for a show on a Sunday.
And they just make it. But all credit. I think a couple have took injections to play today.
I think so, mate. Listen, John Lundstrom, he's a big part of our team. He's a sort of pivot. He has to. I like when he's on the ball away for the central defenders, mate. When he's just keeping the play going. I don't like when he's too deep in certain games. Yeah, just my thoughts.
He's a big influence in the team, mate. On and off the park. That's a fact, right? I don't think he understands how big an influence. He's a typical Scouser that I have met. Is he's all mouth and wants to be involved and wants to be the man, the centre of the attraction, for want of a better term. But he needs to understand, if his head goes down ever, the team will follow suit. And that's my big concern about Lundstrom. And I'm with you, mate. I like him powering forward. I like him taking the ball and driving us up the park. When he does that, he pulls players towards him, the opposition players towards him, which leaves space for Cantwells and Lowrys and Dowells, Seamers, all the good players, all the football players to get room to hurt the teams. So I am with you, mate. I like him a bit away for the centre halves.
Aye. Just my thoughts. I mean, there's a time for it, and again, for it to go in and help. You're maybe 2-0 up, 20 minutes to go, and you're just, doing a professional job. I understand all that, but as a general rule of thumb, and again, it's just started. I like him getting involved with the midfield rather than getting involved with the defenders. Albert.
Aye, definitely, mate. Definitely. I'm right with you there, mate. his job, the way I see his job, I know Clement doesn't see this as his job or primary job, but I see his job as driving us forward, doing more link-up play with the forwards, with the other midfielders and the forwards, definitely. He said it himself, that Gaffer likes me playing close at the back four or the centre halves and letting the other midfielders go forward. That's all good and dandy, mate. That's fine and dandy if you're that type of player, which I don't think he is that type of player to sit there. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't think he's a particularly good defensive midfielder. I don't think he can read the game good enough for it. But his strength that I see, his big strength is power and forward, mate. Do you see it that way? I don't know. That's the way I see it.
I don't think he's the most creative player we've got,
No.
you know, and but his job is to move the ball at the right time, you know. If you like, he's the bass drummer of the team, if that makes sense, yeah. He'll dictate the rhythm, yeah, but he's got to move it quick to certain people, say Cantwell, Lawrence, etc. You know, and if you like the creative players, and then he's going to get back into position to do a job, or maybe receive the ball to move it to somebody else. You know, you'll get a lot of touches of the ball, but when you slow it down too much, you let teams get their shape. So Dill's come in beside him the day. Cantwell's come back into the team. Hopefully that's him 100% fit for the run-in, and he can influence all the games in a positive manner for now to the end of the season, Albert.
Aye, I thought he'd done well when he came on last week, Cantwell, to be honest with you. He never get much credit for anything he'd done particularly, but he was smart last week. I like the way he was doing last week. He was doing what we said he should be doing, drawing the players in, then moving the ball. And I hope you're right. I hope that's his fitness now. I don't think it'll be 100%, but it can't be far away from it. No, I mean, it must be about 95%. So, because we need him. We need him. We know like a player he can be. Everybody's seen it before. He's a superb player on his game. If he uses his head, if he's smart, and I like when he's smart. That's why I like Lawrence, which he didn't do last week. He's a smart player. I think Dowell's that way as well. But Dowell can get a wee bit wrapped up in it, you know what I mean? Beating 2 or 3 players, I'll go for 4 and 5. No, you've done your bit. If there's a pass on, play the pass. Aye, so Cantwell, back to Cantwell. Sorry, mate, I was away there. Cantwell, definitely. Big player for us. He could be a big player for us, mate. I think he will be a big player for us.
Aye. And then obviously we've got the two guys are creative guys up front, Seamer and Silva. If they click, we'll win the game easy. So I'm really looking forward to it all better. I'm looking forward to seeing we'll get Seamer back in. Let's say he's going to get 60, 75 minutes. Yeah, and that's him. That'll be him 100% fit also for the running.
Aye, we've seen this before. Like you wait for players to come back, the day we cameo roles, and you go, they're looking good, and then you finally get a start, and they don't play well. You've seen it that many times. I hope this is not the case of that. But anyway, we've got other players there that can step in. If we get an hour out of them to 70 minutes, we're doing really well, mate. Really, really well. I'm hoping the first half near enough puts this game to bed. That's the ideal situation for us, mate.
I hope so, mate, but doesn't always plan out like that. Anyway, we'll be joined by Marlon. Morning, Marlon.
Good morning, lads. Looking forward to the game.
Hi, mate. What are you thinking of the team, mate?
A good strong lineup, and it looks like no bad bench as well to start rotating at some point. But I think, as Albert was saying, I think we should get this game done and dusted in this first half. Ross County, second bottom of the league, shipping goals all over the place, you know what I mean? And we should be taking a few off this and getting the momentum up for this run-in. Because we kind of start having poor performances. This is a business end of the season, and it's starting to, as I say, we need to stand up and start winning well. And that just gets the confidence up for the whole team, for the squad. Because we might need it. I'm glad to see Dill win as well. I think he's a good player. A lot of people wrote him off. Same as Redban, a lot of people wrote him off, but as I say, I think we should be running out of tap every day, quite comfortable. Then it's on to Dundee, but the day get the day out of the way first. Then get back
Dill also gives us a bit of physicality in there. I mean, he's about 6 foot and he's a unit. Sometimes some of our players that have been in there, Diamandi's not that kind of player. Raskin's not that type of player, is he?
No, he is. He likes to. He's tough to tackle, which we need in this league. Too many. Again, like Barisic can bottle it at times. Although Barisic does have his moments, you know what I mean? But on the whole, I think most of the support will be glad to see him at the door end of the season. But he's got a job to do every day, Barisic. And again, he can't be thinking about his next contract. He needs to put a tough tackle in as well, if need be. He needs to put his head in where it hurts. But we all know what he's like. So, but 7 games, he can leave the club a hero. But Dowell, definitely, we need some strength, you know what I mean? In the middle of that park.
Would you make it a front 4, Kilmarnock?
Aye, good. We need Seamer to kick on as well, don't we? Seamer's could quite easily win this league for us, by the way, if he starts hitting his form again. Silva, I've not actually seen anything of him. 35 million. I wouldn't even be paying 5 million for him at the minute, but who knows? It might surprise us in this running. He might do a big Lafferty and turn up, you know what I mean? The last few games.
The Daffodil.
Aye, Daffodil Part 2. Maybe a bit of luck. So, as I say, Silva. I think it's a price tag in it, I suppose. We'll look at that and go, right, he's going to be this and he's going to be that. And he's not really done anything I know, I don't think. And they're all about the theatrics. We don't like it up here, do we? We call them out for it. And we don't like it when our own players are doing it. And we do get booted about. I'm not saying he's not getting booted about. They've kicked us off the park the last couple of games. And they've had no... the yellow cards have been coming out of his pockets, you know what I mean? And they were doing it when Kent was here as well. They were kicking him off the park as well. And people were on Kent's back going, nah, he's crap, he's this and that. But he was getting booted off the park and we're all taking turns. But we don't do that. We should be doing that. To like that wee jab they've got. Everybody should be taking a turn. You know what I mean? We don't do it. We're no... I don't know. I like to think Phil being a defender, he knows you need to go in hard. Sometimes you need to go in with the dark arts as well. It's football, innit? Everybody's don't want to.
Problem is, mate, we do it once when we slightly get a red card. Yeah.
Aye,
true.
Referee to a different standard, though.
That's the problem. Anyway, we've been talking about daffodils. I've been joined by Andy. Morning, Andy.
I've been called worse. Kilmarnock more or less stole my thread there, right? And I totally agree with what you said.
Thanks for your call, then.
No, listen. We've got to match the first thing on the horizons today, and then the game on Wednesday. We've got to stand up and show that we want to win this league, and that gets us. We win the 2 games, gets us 2 in front, and then we go for it, don't we? Each game that goes by. We've got to stop, and when we get a chance to pull away, we've got to stop messing it up. We've got to start taking these wins. We've had a good few chances of them where we could have got clear and put ourselves in the box seat, but we're not doing that. Today, that's got to start. Every one of these games we play, we've got to win somehow. You know what I mean? I'm surprised he's put Barisic in right enough, but you know, he's going to do what he sees fit for each game that comes along, as you know.
Aye. Listen, Phil's always changed his team, hasn't he? You know, it's different players, different guys have come in, but I don't think he'd be alone in being surprised that Barisic has come back in. But it's not a major shock, Albert, is it?
No, it's not a major shock. It's just, I think it's more that a lot of the support, myself included, don't particularly fancy him at the best of times. And you knew they were getting a critical, as Andy said, this is a critical part of the season, and we all need all guns blazing, everybody to come to the party, everybody to roll the sleeves up and get tore in here. If you're not going to win a league, don't lose it with no putting effort in and no out fighting people. Don't do that. Don't like the first half last week. Don't do that. That's what we don't want to see. And every game, we want to see the second half performance. Every game at the end of the season. If you put that performance in every game, you win the league. It's as simple as that, mate. You win the league. It's the fight now we need. and that's why Barisic doesn't fit that criteria. Can the boy turn it round? He's got 7 days to do it, but 7 games to do it. But I don't like experiments at this time of the season. Though I mean, I like hardened warriors in there, somebody you can trust, somebody you know is going to give you the lot, mate. And I can't say that about Barisic, but I'm hoping he's having a good game today. Of course, I'm not going to try and say don't have a good game to prove me right. Have a good game and prove me wrong, please.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I also think that the manager, Domano, could be looking at 3 games in 7 days. Yeah, all big games.
If Barisic can't turn up against Ross County in Dundee, then he's not going to turn it up against anybody, is he? So I'm quite confident that he's in his natural position. And as you say, squad rotation. We've got a lot of games to play. Hopefully 9 in total. Hopefully, and this team could go out. This squad could go out heroes here. Not I mean, end of the season. See if we won that treble. Since first treble since that mob, the SFA and the rest of them at their back put us down. Every single one will be heroes. You know what I mean? Even Wright, Barisic, every single one of them. Imagine if we get a treble. Where we've been, it would just be icing the cake, wouldn't it? And we've got possibly 9 games to do it. 7 in the league, and it's doable. There's no doubt about it. If this team kick on and they all start playing, we know how they can play, their potential, then the league's there for us. I've not got a doubt in my mind about that. This is there for us.
Listen, mate, if we win the next 2 games and then by next week, Andy, by tea time next week, we're sitting in the final of the Scottish Cup and we've got 5 league games to go. It's on our hands.
Well, that's what should make them strive to go out and get this at the end of the season. Like you say, if we do pull this treble up from where we've been some bloody ups and downs this season, you'd have to stand up and applaud them. But the problem is they've got that first half in them against. I mean, I didn't think we'd play that bad when we played them last week. I was shocked at how they played. Now, they've done this countless times, but they've never been as bad as that. They they did well to come back because it could have been well and truly over. So they stuck at it. They got a couple of breaks in that first half that and then we come back, kept us in it. But they should want. Now, it's not like a long hard season. They're there now. They're in a position. We've not been in a position where we can win a treble for years. Now they're there. If they can't stand up for these 7 games now and put everything in, then then there's a problem, isn't there? It's there. I mean, come on, 7 games. It's not a lot, right?
I think
we won it,
I think in management, Albert, Phil will only look at. He's not interested in Dundee to 2 o'clock today, is he?
That's that, mate. The overall is what Andy's saying is right. But Andy knows, we all know, everybody knows. If we park that, it's this mob today. Then, as you say, 2 o'clock Dundee will be come into focus. But this today is that important, by the way, because look what happened last week. We walked out there half asleep, kept saying, don't fall asleep, don't walk into the game half asleep. We walked into the game half asleep. We can't afford all that nonsense. We're a good team with some good players, but we're not that good a team that we can afford to start a game like that. So today is the focus is on today. The first minute, the first 20 seconds, let's say, from the first second, we need to be on it right away. And if we're on it and we fight like we did for the second half, bring that into this game and every other game, I'm confident. But if we come in with the first half attitude of last week, nah. The other teams will smell it off us, mate. They'll definitely smell it off us. So what this half here, this first half of the day, will tell you what you want to know. If we're up for this or we're not up for it. Look at every individual player and every individual battle today, the first half, and that will tell you all you want to know. And I think we're up for it. I do think we're up for it. I know the manager's up for it, put it that way. You know we are, like Ray's up for it. We're up for it. But some of these players need to really roll the sleeves up and dig in the day and say, right, come on, we're winning this game. Start with this game, we're winning this game. And we'll go game for game now, right to the end of the season.
Again, what I shouldn't have been battles for us, don't man up, should it? You should get the ball down, play, and they can't get close to you. But football should be too good for them, eh?
Aye. I think they keep their pitch well as I think keep the pitch in good condition as well. So as long as there's no wind or anything, I don't know what the weather is like up there, but keep the ball on the deck and just pass it through them. Take a shot when we get a sight at goals, and just start getting the ball in the net. You know what I mean? Start taking our chances, and get some rotation. Because we will need every player in that squad, every player on that bench. They might get a run out. Well, not every player obviously, but most of them might get a run out just to rest people. Because again, one thing we don't want is any more injuries. So, I'm looking forward to it. And I hope he switches up these corners as well. I'm trying to think what English game I was watching yesterday. It was Bournemouth live, and they kept doing something different every single corner. I'm saying to myself, these guys are trying it, whereas we're just doing the same old. And swingers. Well, I like the in-swingers, but at one point all I done was out-swingers, and you're going, switch it up, in-swingers, out-swingers, short corners, fast corners. Even with the shies, we've switched on to that. Doesn't need to be Tab, doesn't need to be Barisic. First guy to the ball, if there's a move on, take it right away. See if it's no one, then get everybody back in position. And this, as I say, I think it's just too much coaching it sometimes, whereas the individuality gets taken away. That creation, that spark of brilliance, and that's what football is, isn't it? Sometimes it's just somebody just does that one pass, that ingenious pass, or that 1-2, and somebody's on goal. It's not all about doing the same thing in there again, like coaching. You know what I mean? I don't think so anyway. I think as a team game, we need individuals.
Football, defending and attacking, so both about decision making, and that can't be the coaching manual, mate. But that's a whole different debate, mate. You know, that's what separates the everybody can play football. Then you get good players, great players, and world class players, mate. It's just that what they see, the picture they see, and how quick they make a decision. That's the difference. But at all levels, you know.
It's the reaction to what's unfolding in front of a minute. You know, I mean, you might have one player who was a wee guy, set Jelavic up years ago. You know what I mean? He just took that quick free kick. He thought about it, and Jelavic wise, and Jelavic was on it as well. You know what I mean? His brain was in that high gear as well. He went. He's reacting to that quick reaction, and that's what we need. We need players to be switched on at all times. As I say, it's not just the Tav free kick out of the corner or the shy. It's just these wee bits out with the ordinary that we need to react to as well. But the professionals, they should. You know what I mean?
They know where they are. Andy, who's going to be the big players for you today?
Oh, I think Seymour. I think that's a big plus for the Rangers going forward in these remaining games. I think he could be the difference, especially if he stays fit for these games. Dowell.
Would you buy him? Buy him, Andy, just quickly before you move on to Dowell. Would you buy him?
If I had the money, yes.
How much would you pay for him? Just you personally, what would you go to?
Me, what would they be asking for as a Premier League team? We'd have to go somewhere near 10 million, would we not, with what they're looking at?
I think you're fair. Go on to Dowell, mate. Thanks for that. Just interested in your thoughts.
Yeah, Dowell, I kind of liked it. He liked to try to push Rangers forward last week. I didn't like the one where he was straight along the box there. He was taught that in school, never go along your box there. But he tried to push us forward, did he know, for a wee bit that I can remember there. I would have still played Sterling because, as he's been saying there, we need somebody that's got some dig in the team. Sterling certainly got that, in my opinion. So I would have started with Sterling, you know, because these rough about, don't they, this mob? You know what I mean? It's a bit like playing rugby against them at times. So you need somebody that's going to man up. But I do like Dowell. I think he has something, you know, if you could keep him fit. Cantwell, he's another guy into that. As Olber said there, you don't have to go and try and beat 4 or 5 man. If he's done his damage in 1 or 2 moves, then get the ball off to the strikers or whoever he's going to lay the ball off to, so we can move forward. But we're too slow of thought all the time. That's my problem. And what's still in that team is if we get hit like we got hit last week, they feel sorry for the go into the shell, you know what I mean? And you can't have that, and you especially can't have it in these games. going forward to the end of the season. That's just my wee take on that.
Colbert?
True what he's saying. It's true what he's saying. It's you can't go and you disappear into your shell. It's just no the way. You'll never survive at Rangers if that's your character, mate. It's just a fact of life. No, I mean, you've just got to be stone up recounted. But Kilmarnock said it right away. I used Kilmarnock said switched on. That is it. Switched on, or was it Andy? One of the two you said it. Switched on. That's the key to it, mate. Switched on. Not just the beginning of the game, as I keep pointing out, but for all the game. And it frustrates me that sometimes we're no switched on. Quick free kicks, see the move, bang, the ball's away, quick corner. Switched on. If it's in your interest to do it quick. You don't have to go through, as the man said, this routine, same thing. Tavernier wanting to take a corner annoys me. The speed of the guy going to take a corner. You could have a pie, a chat, a carry out, go and put a bet on and come back, and he still no took the corner, mate. He's not even at the corner. It's too slow, mate. I don't like that. And that's switched on, but switch on and don't turn your back on play. Tavernier, Lundstrom, Goldstone, all bad for it. Don't do that. Switched on, keep going. We've got a lot to prove, mate, for last week. We have got a lot to improve. They know it, and I'm sure Clermont have told them that. And I'm looking for a vast improvement today. A vast improvement.
On the first half, we scored 4 goals in the second half, though, man.
Aye, I actually think Dessler's going to get some service today. Again, I don't really rate the man, but I think he'll get at least a double today. And I think, say Ross County, they've lost 54 goals this season. Dundee's lost 54. The only team worse in the league than Ross County and Dundee is Livingston with 59. So this is a defence that we should be taking goals off of. And as I said, get the ball to Desslers and hopefully he starts burying them, and again that gets his confidence up because we do need him scoring. In the midfield, need to give him service, and I do think Cantwell and Seamer will provide, and will the day. So I'm looking for a good performances off a lot of the team today. Get the game 2-3 up first half, and then get some rotation on about 55-60 minutes. And rotation doesn't necessarily mean bringing in Matondo and Sterling, because if the game's won, then I'd be keeping them. I'd be keeping them fit. I'd bring on like some Raskin and stuff like that, who's not impressed me at all this season. But again, people argue that he's been injured and stuff like that, but I've not seen it. But again, get him on the day for 3 up at half time, bring him on, get him half an hour, 35, 40 minutes or whatever. Because again, he'll play his part in these games.
All right, so we've talked all about the attacking play, and it is. We should like to think we'll dominate the ball, but they've still got a threat up front. Where the boy Murray, who's considering he's not playing in a great team, scored 10 goals this season. So, but they've got to be switched on in the back as well, Andy. Yeah?
Oh yeah, definitely. Suter and Goldstone, they've got to be bang at it. Can he go in lapsadaisical? Try and keep your hands down and all Goldstone if you can, please. But no, they'll put the high ball in, won't they? They'll rough up a wee bit up top there, so the two centre halves need to be bang at it. And Barisic needs to be on his game as well. If he's ever been on his game, I'll be honest with you. He's weak of mind. He kind of worries me about going down that side. But look, if we start the game like we should do, we won't have to worry about them getting on top of us because we'll be pushing them back and hopefully doing the damage up top. That's the way I'm going to look at it. I'm not even worrying about what can happen at the back because hopefully we're going to have the right attitude that's going to not give them an option to do as much damage. They'll get the odd chance because that's football and it's up to us to be, bang at it when their chances do come away. Get the ball cleared and get it away. Simple as that. No messing about. Just get this one.
Result of the day, Andy?
Say that again, Paul.
Your prediction?
I think it'll be 3-0, 3-1. Hopefully 3-0. I'd like to, if we could score early doors and follow it with a second, I'd like to think we'd go for it totally and try and get the goal average up. As daftly it sounds, that could play a part as well, could it not?
You never know. Domano, how you see it panning out?
I'm going for at least +2 in the first half and +4 in the second half. A comfortable Rangers win and a good performance. This is the start of it, you know what I mean?
All right, okay. Albert, last word.
I'll go for a 3-0, mate. That's what I'm going to go for, definitely. And again, is that back five, as you just touched on, the back five need to go in their game today. And if that boy Murray is a player that we think he is, they need to go in their game today. But onward and upward, mate. Come on, the Glasgow Rangers, we're all behind you.
Here. Thanks to Dominic and Andy for joining us. Thanks to Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. Thanks to Albert for doing the show. This is Rangers Radio. We'll be back 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Take it away, Foxy boy.